Dr. Greg and Dr. Orden, I have personal stories about this too. And it's
Yeah.
amazing that I've had friends who I've been friends with for over 2 decades, and their behavior during the pandemic has actually caused me to question our friendship and wondering if it can go on because they're on social media. They're posting group pictures with multiple different groups of people all in a row. Some of them have gotten
Totally.
COVID. They luckily and thankfully recovered, but then post messages like, why is everybody afraid? This is just like a cult. Dr. Greg, explain to me why someone's pandemic behavior is a lens into who they truly are as a person, because I think I'm seeing that more than ever.
In some ways, I see this as sort of a me versus we. Some of us are
Mm-hmm.
more socially oriented. We see ourselves as part of a group and we want our group to move forward. And some people see it more as their own individual functioning, individual rights, and individual pleasures. But, as a psychologist, I have eternal hope that we can come back together. I think there is a way to start to talk to people and to start to open up to people and get them to start to be flexible. Because right now, the people who are more me-oriented have very rigid beliefs. And rigid beliefs do not give up just because you tell them what to do. In fact, those rigid beliefs become even more rigid.
You've come up with an analogy. You call it LEAP. Greg, can you explain that more for us?
Yes. Well, let's start with how you start to get someone's mind to flex. Is realize they're already dug in, they're already rigid, they're already believing this is a hoax and no one's going to talk them out of it. So one thing to start with is just ask questions. Don't tell your opinion. They already know. Just ask questions. By asking questions, then you can start to move into the LEAP approach. By the way, when you ask questions, use the reporter's approach: who, what, when, where, and how. Don't ask why. Leave the why out of it. You'll find out. Now, when you do move into the LEAP approach, it's basically a 4-letter acronym for listen, empathize, agree, and partner. Mm-hmm. And this approach was developed for people who were very intractable and didn't want to agree with what you're trying to promote to them, like people who don't believe they need medication or people who believe they don't have an illness that they actually do. So the first thing to do is ask those questions and then listen. And when you listen, just try to repeat back the words that they're saying so they really understand that you're listening to them, not trying to tell them what to do. The second is empathize. This might be tough. So what you want to do is really try to understand what it's like to be in their shoes. If you have people around you who didn't get that sick, I can see how you might see this pandemic that way. And just try to empathize, how they're feeling. I guess that you feel more emboldened, and I'm feeling a little more scared because I've seen people actually die from this. Then agree. You want to find a point of agreement. There's got to be something. It may be, we're all tired of this. This has gone on for a long time. I am excited about the vaccines. If they're anti-vaccine, it's like, try to find something else. But you try to find a point of agreement. That point of agreement is really your pivot point. And then you want to work at partnering. Partnering is, I am concerned about both of us. I want to be with you. So tell me how I can help you. Maybe one thing is, next time you're bored and you feel like going out, going to a party, maybe you can call me because I really want to be there for you. Would you call me next time and we can kind of talk during that time, maybe spend the night talking on the phone, and that might be a way to help us both through those moments.
Well, Dr. Cason, great insight. Once again, thanks for coming on. Great information.